Hi, I'm Richard Dine. This is Dead Lizard Brewing Company. I am the owner and head brewer.
Hey there, Amanda here, and welcome to episode 98 of Great Beer Adventure. Today we head back down to Florida for the very last time. Well, until I hop back on a flight and go visit my BFF Mickey, but that isn't going to be for quite some time, I fear. So let's enjoy this trip to Dead Lizard Brewing Company while we're here. Let's jump to a half-lit tasting room. They were having issues with Orlando's power from the crazy rainstorms that were happening while we were there. And let's chat with Richard from Dead Lizard. First up, their origin story.
I have one question, but do you
Okay.
have to go?
No,
Okay.
I can't. I'm not God, and I cannot fix the power, so. My dad's dad was a brewer, and he taught my dad to brew, and then my dad taught me to brew. So somewhere in my late teens, early 20s, Dad was like, hey, you want to hang out and brew some beer? And we can have a sip of some home brew while we're at it. I'm like, well, all right, sounds like a good deal. So I ended up brewing with him back then, and it's something that he, my brother, and myself have kind of kept in our life, and it's been a great hobby. In addition, somewhere around that same time, the guy who works here as a taproom manager and is another brewer here, he also works as a microbiologist, was coming around that same time. So it's been great to be able to bring an old family friend in and make it a family operation. We're owned by myself, my wife, and my father and mother.
Time to find out a bit more about the beers that they brew.
So one of my favorite beers, we call it the Purple Skink. The Purple Skink is a really nice IPA. It's not super hoppy, so there's a lot of late addition Citra hops, and it has a really nice, easy drinking, easy body with a nice clean finish, which lets the hops shine through. Most of the beers here you find have a very crisp, clean finish. I don't like the sweet malty to kind of lay on your tongue. So another beer would be the Key Lime. That's one of our big sellers here. It's a cream ale. And something that most cream ales don't have is a little bit of oats and lactose. But I put those in there, and it kind of gives it a really nice velvety mouthfeel. But once again, it finishes up nice and clean and then lets you with a little bit of lime left in your mouth. It's not real sweet, but very easy drinking. We just picked up distribution last week. So next month, we'll probably start seeing Dead Lizard in bars and other facilities for drinking.
And you just have to hear about all of the art.
So the art generally changes. We have a friend of mine who is an artist and connected to the art community, so we try to rotate the art through as like an art gallery. So some of it is friends' art, some of it is his art, and some of it is just people he has on commission here to put their art up in our facility. The flower is his. That's Rob Lehman, and he does some really cool stuff with paper mache and makes big, fun paper art.
And of course, we must know Richard's first beer memory.
I suppose watching football, seeing the horses run across from Anheuser-Busch. Yeah. It's the first thing I guess, when I was 5, maybe, I don't know. Thanks, Budweiser, for marketing to kids.
A big thank you to Richard for taking the time to grab a couple of beers with me and share Dead Lizard's story. Also, a big thanks to my buddy Steve Schmidt for being my chauffeur while I was down in Orlando. Next week, we have a very special show brought to you by our lead correspondent, Jack. If you want even more awesomeness and links to Dead Lizard, head over to greatbeeradventure.com/podcast to read what Justin has put together for show notes. I swear, someday we will win an award for our show notes alone. Justin does a fabulous job. Be sure to go and check them out. Until next week, get out there and try something new. Chat soon, friend.